Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Hillbilly Select Reviews. Reviews on tonight, it's whiskey, specifically whiskey. We have a Tennessee whiskey and a Kentucky whiskey.
True.
So I'm your co-host, Bourbon Bobby, and our host tonight is Johnny Gambino.
Oh my God, he made
Johnny
I'm
Gambino.
gonna be killed here.
Excuse me, I'm in the witness protection program. Johnny. Okay, there you go. There you go,
All right,
Johnny.
Wait, before we get started, we have a Tennessee whiskey,
Yes, we do.
which is the Gentleman Jack,
Gentleman Jack, filtered twice.
filtered
The
twice.
black label filtered twice.
Once.
Yes,
no,
sir.
the black label filtered once.
Well,
But this is filtered twice. Gentleman.
Gentleman Jack
Filtered
is the
through
black
what?
label filtered twice.
Oh, right,
Yes, yeah, exactly.
So,
we're saying the same thing, but yes.
All right, filtered through what?
Maple char. Maple char.
Yeah,
So we got maple woods,
charcoal.
we char it, and we
All right.
filter it through there.
So it's the exact same mash bill. Everything is exactly the same with that as bourbon, except that since they put it through maple charcoal filter, it becomes Tennessee whiskey.
Right,
All right. Now the other thing we're doing here is a Michter's whiskey.
right.
Now that is the exact same thing as bourbon as well, but since they didn't put it in new charred oak barrels, they put it in used charred oak barrels, which had previous Michter's bourbon in it. It cannot be called bourbon either, even though everything else fits, because the barrel has to be new charred oak. So, and it can't go through the charcoal process. So basically these are the same mash bills as bourbon. Everything fits bourbon, but since in the case of the Jack Daniels, it's filtered through maple charcoal, and in the case of the Michters, it is in used barrels, they cannot be technically called bourbon, so they're called, in one case, American whiskey, and the other Tennessee whiskey.
But Johnny, as you brought up, there's a second difference. It is possible, since it's called American whiskey and not bourbon, in American whiskey, they are allowed to add caramel color.
Right. And why did I bring that up?
Because you said that's too dark to have been reused. And that
Right.
was a great pickup.
That's my opinion.
And it's a good pickup. But also,
Not a big deal, but
we're comparing this to not really the black label Jack. This is the Gentleman Jack. So this is the filter twice. And so if you go back and review our videos, this is the medium. This is not the bottom level Jack. This is sort of the medium level Tennessee whiskey. Filtered twice Tennessee whiskey. And this would be the
medium.
Well, the American, probably bottom line American whiskey.
Well, it's exactly the same thing as their.
But we're
I gotta stop
assuming
you.
they use barrel, and we're assuming they put.
Well, no, we're not assuming. We know they use used barrels.
Yeah.
We're
Well, we
assuming
know they,
about
but
that.
we're assuming they put color.
Yeah, but so what?
And I'm pretty sure they did.
Yeah.
So we're trying to compare equal. So we didn't compare the bottom Jack. We took the Jack filtered twice against the Michter's American whiskey. And so the proof is very close.
Yeah.
84 and
80.
80. So the proof's very close.
I
The
know one
color and is this is darker, but and that could be the allowable color difference.
They
So
have color in it. All right.
so
Right away with this, you know,
and you called it from the absolute beginning, and I'm giving you credit on that.
all right, we can't get away from the banana.
Yeah, it's
we
banana.
cannot get away from the banana. at the
Banana, no banana. Yeah, the
Banana.
banana, no banana.
Yeah, so this is really not
This
banana.
This is going to be a really you can't get them closer in proof.
Oak. Everything's the same with except this has banana. No kidding on the banana. I get more of a cherry. Now I'm compared to this one. So I don't know what I got the first time, but when I smell this, then I know. So, have you already tried tasting? I get a lot of wood out of this, even though it's been used.
No, I tasted the
Yeah.
Gentleman Jack, and just every time I taste this, it gets just a little bit better.
Oh, really?
It really, yeah.
Just here.
It's airing out. It's getting
changing, the profile's
it's
changing.
getting a little bit better every time I taste it.
Damn, I hope that thing looks like it's...
Yeah. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, if we're like this, it's the camera, and if we are like this, it's his fault. I told
It
him.
is, but I think it's going to even it out. There's a small possibility that we're on a complete slope, but either way, it's going to be a great review.
But we're skiing. Okay, we're skiing down here. Okay. So.
That's the famous thing here. It says Jack Daniels,
Gentleman Jack
Gentleman Jack.
and Michter's American
And
Whiskey,
Michter's.
which few of you have ever drank.
No,
I promise you. It's
Really?
yeah, it's
Oh, the whiskey as opposed to bourbon.
yeah,
The
it's
rye. Yeah.
Michter's American Whiskey. It's a favorite of mine, but now I've got them side by side. I'm comparing them. I'm trying to discern between the two.
Oh man, that's a tough call.
It's a tough call for many, many reasons.
So the Jack Daniels is more fruity, and the Michter's is more woody, which is surprising because it's used wood.
Now, and you brought this up in a previous, the Jack Daniels is a continuation. It's pretty steady. It starts light and fruity, is light,
Oh, I see what
and
you're saying.
finishes
Right,
clean.
right.
Where the Michter's
Disappears in the middle.
starts woodier,
Yes.
really does kind of disappear in the middle and comes back in the
Yeah,
finish.
They're both cool because they both fit the bourbon profile.
Well,
Except for
neither
some
fit.
slight, well,
They fit the whiskey profile, but they're
everything's the same for bourbon except the filtering and the barrel.
but to be the same proof, pretty much, same
Oh, they're
process.
different. I mean,
There's a huge difference between.
and I can't pick. I'm sorry. I can't pick.
It
I like them both for different reasons. I'm gonna have to say that. I can't pick.
I do. You can't because this,
I mean,
this is
I
actually
can't.
cleaner all the way through.
Yeah. Yeah.
This.
My favorite Jack was the barrel select.
Mm-hmm. But it wouldn't be fair comparing the Barrel
No.
Select to this American.
No. And we've had the Michter's bourbon and rye.
So we're trying, and just, I think if you were going to give me a bottle, I'd pick the Michter's. But if you gave me the Gentleman Jack, it's that close because
Close.
in the middle, the Jack definitely wins. But at the start and finish, I like the Michter's better because it's my own personal opinion. But I love how you pointed out this disappears in the middle.
Yeah.
It really does. I mean, you get a really good strong start, and you're like, well, that's it. And then a good finish. And this one is just solid all the way through. It's like
Yeah.
a medium
different
all
taste.
the way through. Yeah. A little sweeter all the way through.
I'm
It's got a
not
little-
picking. I'm sorry. I like them both. I like them both.
Johnny, you have to pick a
I have
bottle.
to pick.
Yeah, they're giving you a bottle. It's a huge bottle. Pick your bottle. There's no winner, no loser.
I
Pick
know.
your
I
bottle.
can't really.
If you don't pick a bottle, you get no bottle. Now you're picking. Now he's picking, folks. Yeah. Everybody wants the tan. But
You pick the Mick. I'll pick the Gentleman's Jack.
and there's no loser.
But I mean, this was my arm was twisted.
There's no losers
There's no
here.
loser.
I can see why he picked it. kind of smoother. And if you're
That's why I
mixing
picked
them,
the other one. I like them, but okay. I
if
stopped.
you're mixing them, I might pick the Jack myself because who knows? It is definitely a sweeter all the way through. So anyway, from Hillbilly Select Reviews on whiskeys.
Yes.
We review whiskeys. We review bourbons.
Oh.
We review, no, we don't, but he reviews coffees, teas,
You've been in a couple of them.
wines.
Women.
He does blind shades.
What?
No, everything but women.
What do you mean everything but women?
Everything but women. Mrs. Castellana, your wife. Okay, anyway. Join us next time for
don't have a
Hillbilly
wife.
Select reviews on some kind of alcoholic beverage.
True. I didn't know.
Calvin,
Oh,
you like my shirt, baby?
oh boy. All right, everybody. See you on the next one. Okay.